everyone, I'm Hillary Mulick. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am a North Carolina wedding photographer, and on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how to rock your next family formals at a wedding. I have some tips for you on how to make your family photos more organized, more efficient, so that everyone is super happy and impressed with you on the wedding day. So let's get started. The first thing is obvious is to put the list together ahead of time. You do not want to show up on a wedding day in a family formal situation and not have any idea on what types of family photos that they want. This is going to risk them forgetting photos that are important to them, you forgetting photos that might be important to them, and it might just cause some upsetness after they get their gallery back. And the in-laws were able to get all these photos and maybe their family wasn't able to get as many photos because they couldn't think of them on the spot. Anyways, it's just easier to put together a list ahead of time. And how I do this is I have a pre-wedding questionnaire that I actually send my couples before the wedding day. I send it to them about 4 months before. I actually have a freebie of my exact pre-wedding questionnaire that I send my couples that you can download. I'll provide it in the link down below. But there's a section in the pre-wedding questionnaire that talks all about family photos and how to get together a list of these family photos, and we do it months in advance. So make sure that you are doing that and getting together this list ahead of time. The next thing I like to do in making family photos a lot easier is in that pre-wedding questionnaire that I mentioned earlier that I like to send my couples about 4 months before the wedding day, I also provide them a list of just some generic family photos that it's a checklist that they can check which family photos that they want. I think a lot of people, when they're just trying to think off the top of their head what family photos they want, they don't know what's normal for a wedding day, and so they don't know what family photos that they want. So it's really great to provide them with a list of just some generic family groupings that weddings normally get, and then they can go through that list and either check all of them or check which ones that they want. And then you can also provide a little option down below to add some photos that maybe just be unique to their families, like photos with Uncle Bob and Aunt Jan, and photo with grandma and grandpa or whatever. So those are two things that you can provide on the pre-wedding questionnaire that will help them know what kind of photos are normally taken for family photos on a wedding day, and then provide them a space to include some family photos that might be just more unique to them. The third thing that is super important to talk about before the wedding day, and it's going to help you be much more mindful during family photos on the day of, is to talk about any split family or uncomfortable situation going on with the family, uncomfortable family dynamics, so that you can be aware of those on the wedding day. So for example, if there is a divorce, then I'm going to want to have my couple provide me with a more detailed list, probably including names, so that I'm not just saying, hey, mom and dad, can you come in this photo with the bride and groom? And they're going to be like, well, which mom and dad? Because there's biological mom and dad, and then there's stepmom and dad, or maybe mom is bringing her fiance who the couple wants in the photos, but dad is bringing his girlfriend who's only been dating for a couple months, and they probably don't want her in family photos because the relationship hasn't been going on very long. Anyways, there more times than not, there's probably going to be some unusual family dynamic, whether it's like a split family situation or just something you need to be aware of. And in those cases, I just tell the couple to provide me with a more detailed family list and to provide names, so that, like I said, I won't be saying, mom and dad, because there might be multiple sets of parents. I'll be saying names like Tim and Jan. So like bride and groom, Tim and Jan are going to be in this picture, and then Bob and Karen are going to be in this next picture. And then that way everyone's getting the photos that they want and there's no awkwardness. The very last tip I have to rocking family photos on the wedding day is making sure that you are arranging the family photo list so that largest groups are going first, and then it is tapering down from there. So I like to split it into sections. So Oh, I just kicked the camera. I like to split it into situations of bride's side of the family and groom's side of the family. So the bride's side will do like the full family, so all the immediate family. This includes significant others. If they have grandparents, they might be included in this picture. And then we'll taper down from there and just do, you know, siblings and parents. Then we'll taper down from there and just do like bride and groom with parents, just do bride and groom with siblings, bride and groom with mom and dad, bride with mom, bride with dad. So like start with the largest group first and then taper down, and then we'll come over here to, you know, the groom side and do the large picture and then taper down. So I think rearranging the family photo list in this order just makes it a lot more manageable. I think it's a lot easier to take people out of a picture than to add them in, because when you're adding them in, you're having to arrange them again. Whereas if you just arrange them all in the big photo and then you're just slowly taking people out, then they just scoot in, scoot in, scoot in, and just makes it so much easier. So that's just the last tip that I have for making family photos a lot more organized, more manageable, and a lot more efficient. And it's gonna make the family super happy, and they're just gonna love working with you because you were able to get through these family photos super quickly. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this information was helpful to you, and I'll see you again next week for another YouTube video. Bye.